Next question. Come on up, man in green, from Service Credit Union. Better be careful, I might take my money away from you.
I have basically three small questions about three projects in Edmonton. One is the Central Airport. The airport, I'm curious to know what's your plan for that. And another is when can we see the Edmonton Day, all finished. And then the third one is about there is a plan to build a hockey arena in downtown area. So I'm curious.
Okay, three questions. I'll do the last one first. A hockey arena. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it in first of all in? He doesn't speak. You don't speak. He doesn't speak Mandarin. You don't speak. Do you speak Mandarin? Okay. Ask the questions in Mandarin too.
我就是有3个问题想问一下市长，一个就是说我们现在有一个计划在市中心建一个新的那个冰球场，那么这个很多人就说花很多钱，那么是浪费那么人力物力和财力的，那么还有很多人说这个是对改善市容市貌和将来这个城市的发展是有好处的，那么这是我想知道市长的想法。那么第二个就是说我们在市中心有一个这个机场，那么这个机场现在也没有用了，那么就是说想知道一下市长对这个市中心这个机场的改造和就是说使用有什么想法？最后一个，我想就是说问一下市长，就是我们埃德蒙顿的这个1环呢，这个 NAIT 呀，什么时候可以修好？那么就这3个问题，
Takes a lot longer to ask the question in Mandarin does in English. First part, Anthony Henday will be supposedly done by 2015, according to the province. It's a provincial road, and they're the ones that are building it, so we don't have anything to do with the actual time frames. So hopefully it'll all be done by 2015 is what the province said. To do with the arena downtown, we had a presentation before council. We sent away to administration to negotiate with the various parties and come back with some different proposals to city council. And I don't know what will happen with that. At the end of the day, whatever happens, we're not putting any tax dollars into it. If it's built, it'll be built with under a certain formula, which was not going to take money from our citizens, other projects we want to build. So it'll be something that, it'll be some project way they'll do it, and I don't know yet because we haven't seen it, but I hope it gets built, but it won't be built with taxpayers' money. The last question is about the airport. On the airport lands, when it's closed, well, it is closed now, we will build a new modern community that will be for families in the center part of the city. So you'll actually have the transit, the LRT. There won't be any signs there because it'll start it. There won't be any buses to come. The buses will already be there. It'll be the most sustainable, innovative community in North America, could be in the world. The people who are designing it have said to us that this is an opportunity that doesn't exist in many cities in the world, and they're very excited about it. So at the end of the day, we will have a development that's going to pay about $60 to $80 million in taxes with 25,000 people living there, mostly families and some seniors, and it will act as a filter into support of downtown. It will also help to redefine the north end of the city to make it an area which is really much more attractive and get rid of an airport which really isn't used by anybody except for those few people who have their own special plane. You want to translate?
那么这个我就是解释一下刚才市长说的。那么第一个就是说这个市长第一个回答我们那个1环的问题 NAIT 市长说这个因为就是省1级的高速，所以说不全是市里的事情。2015年的时候就会完全竣工。那么这是我们埃德蒙顿的1环。第二件事情呢，就是说到这个市中心的这个冰球场，市长说现在这个计划还没有出来，但是市长可以保证的就是不会用我们纳税人的钱来修这个冰球场，这一点是可以保证的。那么最后一个问题就是说到这个市中心的机场现在已经关掉了。那么现在呢，我们就要在那个地方建一个新的社区，这个新的社区将要有就是可以有25000人来入住，这样的话会整个改变我们市北的这个市容市貌。Thank you.
That was good. You did a good translation. How was his Mandarin? Good? Yeah, good. I'm glad to hear that. Next question. Oh, come on up. Waiting for it.
As you know, the Confucius Institute of Edmonton had been set up for two more years. They did a great job for Edmonton and for the Chinese community. So I just wondering, any support? Is there any support or any plan from the for Confucius Institute? That's the first question. And I would like to know, is there any plan for the newcomer, for our community or for the newcomer of the Edmonton to better integrate it to our society? OK， 我在这里呢，就是帮大家问一个问题，因为在北边呢有一个孔子学院，它已经建立2年了，它现在是中国政府呢每年派一些老师来支撑它，然后呢，它去年呢，招生量还有就是宣传的力度都比较大。那么它可以说给我们的孩子呢提供了一个很好的平台去学中文和学习中国文化。那么我就想问一问，想考一考这个市长，他知不知道这回事儿？这是第一个，我问这个问题的第一个初衷。第二个问题呢，我是想问他还有没有一些计划，对我们这些新来这个城市的，怎么更好的融入到这个社会。And I would like to ask a further question is for this newcomer, they are student, foreign student, international student here. Is there any plan for some of them want to stay here for as long as they find a job, right? But it's hard. How can the government provide some opportunity for them, such as apprenticeship？ 还有一些是帮这些同学问的，就是问问他有没有机会给你们提供一些实习的机会。
The first part, we have 2 institutes, the Confucius Institute, which is with the school board, and the China Institute, which is University of Alberta. We work very closely with both, and would hope they'd continue. We've been very active in working with and through various communities within our Chinese community to build stronger relationships with China, but also to make sure there's a greater understanding of China within Canada and within Edmonton. And so I think, hopefully they'll continue. We do cooperate and work with them, number one. Second question was about how do we integrate people better in the community. I think that's part of being done by our multicultural groups. But I think there's a lot of people within the Chinese community work very closely together and create a very good life for themselves. I don't think you always want to have government interfering with everything you do. We can help fund programs and help fund with some facilities, but you got to develop programs. We can help you, but you look like a bright guy. You should be able to develop some programs too. Well, together, I mean, if they're Canadians, there need to be ways in which they can develop programs. They want to come and have us help fund them. We can do that, but we can't dictate the programs you want to have. There needs to be, I think, through the provincial and federal government, better forms of integration within the community, and we try to do that in the city through our community service department for various programs we have. But for specific to your community, you've got to come up with the ideas. Call us and we'll see if we can help you implement them. Okay? And as far as the students, my understanding, and I don't know because this is not a city area, my understanding is that after you graduate, if you get a job, you can stay here for a period of time. It's a couple of years until you get some kind of a long-term status. But I'm not sure that if you can end up staying here for a period of time after you graduate. And that's really an agreement we would have between China and Canada. And with the ADS and the new agreements, I don't know if that falls under it. I know we have it with, let's say, Poland, and we have it with other countries. So it's a matter of whether we have that status right now with China. Okay? So we'd love them to stay. We want everybody who goes to NAIT to stay here. We want them all to stay here. Do you want to translate that, Greg?
市长希望你们 NAIT 的学生学习了之后，能够在加拿大停留下来，在埃德蒙顿做埃德蒙顿的市民。希望你们努力啊。那 OK， 接下来。 NAIT 的学生上来啊，这位女士之后啊。
I'm in Ramadan. Can I ask you a short question? As you know, the first generation of immigration is really difficult to fit in the local culture, and it's kind of hard to, nobody to start a local business. So my question is, there city of Edmonton that have some policy to support a local small business owner, or do you have some personal suggestion for other people?
The question is about how do we support small business. Canadian business is really entrepreneurial, much like it is in China, that you need to go out and be aggressive and be creative and make your business work through hard work. However, I think the city as a business unit, okay, which is very influential in our region, we spend about $2.5 billion a year. We don't offer opportunities for various groups of people, small business in particular, to have access to the city business. And so what I'm going to suggest we do is set up seminars for small business in all kinds of languages to come and learn how the city does business, so you get some of the contracts with the city, and then we look at breaking them up to make access better. But for example, if you want to open up a bank, well, that's your business. Or if you want to open up a hair salon, that's just opening the store and working hard, and you'll end up being pretty good. So, but the ones that we can impact, we'll try to do. But I do believe in free enterprise, and it's we can do all we can do to support, help, create everything we can to do everything we can for you. But it's about hard work and about you pushing forward and going through the hard knocks like I did when I was in business. I worked 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. I wasn't home with my wife a lot to make a success. It didn't come easy, so it won't be easy for you either. But you got to work hard.
刚才呢，我这位女士提的问题时候，我在说其他的是可能没有。刚才市长他回答的话呢，我跟大家稍微大意翻一下。他说呢，这位女士可能提的问题就是关于怎么在埃德蒙顿创业，特别是这个中小企业的问题。那么市长的意思就是说呢，每年市里边都会投入大量的这个钱，用于支持中小企业。不管你是什么样的业务，你比方说你在金融方面也好，你做加工业也可以。那个主要的来说呢，就是要靠自己的努力。他说呢，我们中国人就是一个非常勤劳的民族啊。那么加拿大人也是这样，就是要在自己的生意要能够成功的话，除了这个政府的支持之外，更重要的自己要有这种创业这个辛勤劳动。那么他就说呢，我们市里边呢可以举办一些讲座，给大家呢提供一些这个做生意的这个方法，或者给大家做一些这个介绍。但主要的还是靠自己努力。他说我也是做生意出身的，我也是曾经是个生意人，我每天工作12到13个小时，很少见到我的太太。所以呢，就说为什么呢？我大部分时间都花在工作上。所以呢，他说我自己呢是一个市场经济的支持者。那么总的来说呢，要成功。除了这个政府的资助之外，还要靠自己的努力，这是他刚才说的啊。谢谢。接下来我们就请这个我们这个NAIT 的这个中国学生 OK。
I just want to make one comment, and Kurt can translate it. It is hard to believe that the harder you work, the easier it becomes, the more successful you are. So it's it really is self. The harder you work, the better you do.
那实际上就是说，你的这个辛勤努力总会是有结果的。你越努力，这个胜利就离你越近，就这意思啊。还是要通过自己的这个辛勤劳动。那么接下来我们就请这个NAIT这个中国学生会的代表来给市长提问题。